Quicksand, Normal Love, Guitar Tabs, and Guitar Lesson with bass. Okay, so I'll have this arranged in a drop D tuning, D-A-D, G-B-E, and this initial section, not a whole lot to it. We start off by just coming up and hitting this A octave at the 7 on the low D, 7 middle D, and it's right out the gate, just 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we just land at the G. Alright, so just down 2 at the 5 and 5 on the D, low D, middle D. And with this one, we do 1, 2, 3, cut, and then we just hold a rest for, 3 measures, and then just repeat from there, from that G, and then, every other time or so, then we kind of start over, hit the 7s, then go to the 5s. Alright, and in the midst of all that, while we're waiting in those rests, we can throw in this little harmonics where we do the 7th fret on the D, G, B string here. Just kind of hit them, let them ring. And in between the first 2 verses, we get something that kind of resembles what the chorus is doing, but it's more just like a verse interlude thing, a little single string scaling thing. You could palm mute on this, sounds good. Initially, we're just going to stay right here at the 5s on the D, G, B string here. Start with 4 5s on the D, drop down 3 5s on the B, okay, 4 5s on the G, move over to 4, alright, 4th fret here, 3 of those 4s on the G string, back to a couple 5s on the D, walk it up to the 7th fret for about 5 strums, and then keep going up to the 9th fret for about 5. And then we come down and we do 9th fret on the G, hit it, give it a little release and bend a couple times. And then just come off to some open D, G, B strings. For the chorus, take advantage of this drop D tuning. We come over here, go 5, just doing octaves here, go 5, low D, 5, middle D, and then you want to do it with the middle and the ring here because we want this index on the 4 of the B, because we're going to want to hit that with the open B, get a little octave there. And initially just kind of strum the low 5s here for a few, then come down, maybe hit that 4 in the open B once, come back, do a couple strums on the low part, and then shuffle back to the 4th fret here with the open, so like, alright, come back to the 5s and just finish there. Okay, then we'll slide it all the way up to 10s, alright, for, 4 strums. Come off to open A and the 7 on the D, so we get that octave there. We're going to use the open A because we need some fingers here. So strum the open A with the 7s for a few. Alright, then we want to include this 5 on the G with it. Strum it there for one, come back to the lows for maybe a strum, and then we hit this 8 on the B in the midst of it. Alright, and then just finish on the A octaves on the open A and 7D. And then cap it all off by doing the D octaves at the 5 on the A and the 7 on the G. Okay, you could do it that way, or you could just do the open D and the 7 on the G. Up to you. A little bit of a solo here, just a couple spots. We go 12 on the B, just give it a little slow bend and release, and then we do the same on the 12 of the D. Okay, then we'll hit like a D harmonic there at the 12 on the D, and then just come down and hit some 12 harmonics on the B and E. For the bridge section here, this is probably where we're going to take most advantage of this drop D tuning, because basically we need some high notes and some power chord strumming going on in the midst of it. So basically we just want these 12s on the B and E, and this is all going to be part of like a C major 7 vibe going on here. Alright, so basically we just start off by doing about 4 strums on these 12s. Alright, and then we'll come up, hit a couple of these power chords on the 10s, alright, on the DAD. Come back down, do a couple of those 12s. Okay, and then we come back, do about 4 of these 10s on the power chord here, the C. And then we mix in 12s on the G and B string here for a couple. Okay, and we're just basically bouncing between the lows and the highs just like that, and then, shifting between the 12s on the B and E to the 12s on the G and B.